Alright guys, this is Harry from 5 Years Review, and today guys I'm going to share with you guys another thing for today regarding my motorcycle. And this is I've just recognized this one when I was riding the motorcycle, and this is the power loss. When you have a motorcycle and you think the motorcycle is lacking power, there are several factors. I think there are about 3 of them. And the first one is if the engine is not burning oil fuel, or there is a miss, always the motorcycle will lack power. The other thing, if the motorcycle is lacking power, there could be subjected to gearbox issues. And when you go to the gearbox issue of the motorcycle, most of the time we check the gearbox assembly and the clutch mechanism systems. But also the third cause can cause the power loss to the motorcycle is the drive chain or the drive system itself. If the drive system is worn out, the engine is okay, the gearbox is okay, the fuel is okay, still you can lose power because there is no enough transfer of power from the front sprocket to the rear sprocket, which can drive the wheel and it can make you move. With my motorcycle, I changed the motorcycle kit about a week ago, and the fuel which I'm using is super quality, but also the engine is okay at the moment. The gearbox is okay, but I have just recognized I'm lacking power, and with the lack of power, I came to realize that the clutch system is not okay. So with the clutch, the cable is okay, but it looks like the clutch assembly inside is not okay. So I made this video so you guys, I'm going to share with you on how I'm going to change the clutch system on this motorcycle with the assistance of my mechanical friend. We'll be sharing a few stuffs and to make sure everything goes well. But also I will share a few details on why we are using that clutch assembly instead of the others. And something to remember, each motorcycle has its clutch system. My motorcycle has 5 gears, so the clutch assembly will consist about 5 plates. And we will see how the new clutch plates looks like compared to the old clutch plates, how they look like. And the power loss is caused because when those plate clutches, they have some abrasive, or I can say frictional zones. When all of those frictional zones are worn, that's where, even though that spring extends, there is no enough friction to cause or to bring more power to the drive shaft so that the motorcycle can move freely. Let us see how we will fix this one. And for this motorcycle, this is the clutch lever, which is start from here. It uses cable mechanism, and when I pull like this or this, you can see there is a movement of clutch lever to the motorcycle gearbox. That's how the mechanism it works. I came to realize that there is a loss of power simply because there is a rate, like how much you have to pull the clutch lever for motorcycle to respond. And for this one, at the moment you're looking at the clutch lever, you can pull up to this. That's where there is a total disengagement of gear. But when you start releasing like this slowly, you have to expect the motorcycle to start experiencing some power or some friction, and the motorcycle will start to move. But up to this moment, there is no strong, or there is no enough power. Up to this level, until you let all the clutch, that's how you can start experiencing the power. But also, it's like this. When I pull the clutch lever up to this level, that's why we expected it to feel the power. But until you let go all the clutch, up to this level, you can't feel the motorcycle moving. Until you let go all of the clutch, that's why you can start experiencing the power. And I'm going to show you guys how it looks like. Let me show you guys. So I'm going to switch on my motorcycle. The motorcycle is on it at the moment. You guys, you can see here. So at the moment, the motorcycle is just idling. And when I hold on the clutch, put into first, you can hear there is a change in the motorcycle voice. But also, when I try to let go of the clutch, little by little, almost the whole clutch is gone, but it is still, there is not much power. Until the clutch is almost gone, that's when you can start feeling the motorcycle is trying to move a little bit. So if we have a motorcycle and the clutch it is almost gone, you have just released almost the whole clutch. That's why you start to feel the power. You have to know that your clutch is almost gone, and there are moments whereby the clutch will be gone completely, and you won't feel any power transfer from the gearbox to the drive shaft or to the drive mechanism of the motorcycle. That's when you have to know that your motorcycle has lost its power or the clutch is totally complete. But also, in the clutch, there are two things to consider. I can show you guys. This is the clutch assembly which I'm going to use today. Is this one. It has a few details on the top. This is how it looks in the box. So this is how it looks in the box, and actually this is made from China, which means this is the aftermarket clutch. But also there are original ones from India as well, which came with this type of motorcycle. But for me today, I think I'm going to use this one. So for the price, this one is about 80 USDs. And for Tanzania shillings, it's about 25 to the price of today. The price is subject to vary with your market and the date you are buying, because the rate of dollar changes. And from inside, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. It has a 5. There is a first clutch plate, the second, third, fourth, and the fifth. And so this is what happened. How the clutch mechanism works. All of these springs, there are springs inside there, which push and cause the friction, which also transfer the power to the drive assembly, which comes from the gearbox. So once all of these plate catch, they are totally worn. There is no power transfer. They just slide easily. That's where you can start experiencing the power loss of the motorcycle. So guys, we are going to disassemble the motorcycle. Other side, which is this side of the clutch, but also we will change the engine oil as well. And at the moment we are trying to loosen the clutch assembly side. The first thing is the kickstart is going to be removed. But also, if your motorcycle, you want to know whether the clutch is gone or still works, when you are trying to start your motorcycle by using a kickstarter, you will be experiencing there is a free movement of the kickstarter, as if the motorcycle is in neutral while it's not in neutral, as if you are holding the clutch. So there will be just a free movement. There will be no any type of hardness when you are trying to use the kickstarter. And if you are trying to use the electric starter, the motorcycle won't be responding to start, because there is no power transfer to the mechanism which controls the gearbox. That's when you can know that this motorcycle is gone in the clutch mechanism. So far, when you're having a motorcycle, as long as you have it, most of the problem you will be realizing, you will be starting to know what the problem causes what. Alright, after removing the bolts, now I think we are going to remove the gearbox assembly cover. That's removing the bearings. That's how it looks like. This is where the clutch assembly is going to be placed. That's the gear transfer power, and that's for oil sumping. There is oil pump on the other side. This clutch spring hub is still in a good contact. If you can see, there are some springs inside. If everything is worn out, all of those they become loose, but for this one they are still intact. Alright, now we are disassembling the plate clutch, and you guys can see how worn plate clutch are. That's the first ring, and the first plate clutch. As you can see, they are worn out for sure. And how worn they are, they differ a little bit. Some of them you will see they are too worn, and some of them they are less worn. All of these parts, that's where the friction zone is located. So when the spring mechanism pushes, they hold against each other. That's where you can start feeling the movement. Also, I'm gonna show you guys, if you can clearly see, all of these places they hold like this, and due to friction, it is causing too much friction on the edge of this one. That's why you can start feeling losing the power. And if you can see on the other side like this, let me show you guys, you will feel there is curving. There is curving on the other edge. So all of this curving here is not supposed to be deep like this. Let me see if I can focus. It looks like a blade on the other side. If you can see, there is small edge. That edge is not supposed to be there. So that's a simple indication that the plate clutch assembly was worn. So we are going to replace all of this. We are going to replace with a new one. It is curved for sure. Okay, so we just took out the old clutch plate assembly, and now we are going to replace with the new one. If you guys have been part of my videos, I think you will remember there was a video I made, and I said that when you have a motorcycle, if there is something wrong with your motorcycle, knowing what the problem is the first solution of the problem. Trying to fix it, that's the completion. Once you know the problem, you've just solved it for about 90%. The rest 20% is some skills and some tools needed and some spare parts, and then you are done. Simple as that. And for Bajaj Boxer motorcycle, there is a nut in between that one, which we were tightening just in a few minutes. And it uses this type of spanner. So to loosen, you have to go clockwise. To tight, you have to go anti-clockwise. That's the mechanism it works with that one. So after we do that, we are going to tighten it so well to make sure it doesn't come out easily. If that nut is not well tightened, over time when you keep using the motorcycle, it may become loose. Once it becomes loose, it will damage all of the stuffs inside. Time for baling. And then I have to take out the old gasket so we can replace it with a new one. We have to clean the old gasket so that we can replace it with a new one. And when you're doing this, it doesn't require so much complicated tools. Just simple tools can work. Also, there is this seal which was here in the Kickstarter area. I had to buy the whole set. I had to buy the whole set, and then I used one of them. I replaced this one with this one. We have just replaced the new gasket. We have to apply small amount of gasket maker on the other side of this gearbox assembly cover to make sure it stays in place. Okay, now we are placing the gearbox side cover. All right. Okay, now it's time to place the bolts back. And at the moment when we are replacing these bolts, we are using this T-spanner, and actually we are using T-spanner, but also we are using common sense that this is enough for tightening, because if you tighten it too much, it may damage the threads. But in future days, I'm considering, I think I will get the torque wrench, which measures how much the torque is supposed to tighten the bolt, which is like to be safe. So at the moment we just use common sense and experience to make sure it tightens well and it doesn't become loose in the meantime of the use. And then we do that diagonal tightening. We tighten this one, we go with that one, we go with that one follows, that one goes, that one follows. That's how to tighten well the bolts. Make sure there is even or distributional tightening, so that the side cover doesn't exceed on one side or on one end. We had to lubricate the clutch cable with clean oil, and now shifts well. Okay, now it's time to put back the Kickstarter. So at the moment everything is okay. We have just replaced the clutch assembly. We have to change the oil as well. We're going to put the clean oil. And then I think I have to take the motorcycle for a test drive to see how gear shifts, and then I will share with you guys. Alright guys, so that was the testing of the motorcycle after fixing the clutch. When I changed the clutch, which was with this motorcycle, the motorcycle was not responsive and powerful like before. But with newer clutch, there is a newer engine oil, the motorcycle is super powerful, and the clutch is responsive as well. I had to make a few adjustments after fixing the new clutch, which was the adjustment from the clutch lever and from the clutch cable below here. So at the moment the motorcycle is super responsive. The engine runs great, gearbox is okay, but also the motorcycle has enough amount of fuel just in case if you want to go somewhere. That was all for today guys, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.
Like, comment, and subscribe.